Lady's got a hotter hand than we do, Father.
You know, I tend to think about genres and genres that I haven't had a chance to play with, and I knew I wanted to do something in the film noir space, the crime thriller space, and so I basically just started there and wrote the movie I wanted to see.
Well, the hotel is very much a character in the movie. Maybe you can talk a little bit about how you wanted to portray the hotel. Because
the entire movie basically takes place in one location, I knew that that location had to have real character and personality. And so when every scene, every step of the way, you think about, well, where are we? How does the hotel reflect what's going on bit by bit by bit? And then let the film grow from there.
I am very sorry to keep you waiting.
Damn, boy, where you been? Waiting in this lobby so long I could use a shave. What's wrong with you?
On the surface, it seems like a simple story. 7 strangers meet at this hotel. But it got a little bit complicated in terms of storytelling because you switch from point of view to different points of view through the movie. Can you tell me a little bit about writing that? And did you have to do separate outlines for each character, or how did that work?
It's funny because I really set out to make it simple, and it got complicated as we went. But if you look at it, because of screenwriting, the first act is basically one scene, and the third act is basically one scene, and it's the middle part that gets very complicated, right? And it's because I fell in love with all the characters. As a writer, I fell in love with all the characters in the first scene, which is a lengthy scene, and I thought, oh, I want to see the movie from that person's point of view. Oh, I want to have empathy for this person. So, you know, it happened to me naturally as a screenwriter. It wasn't the intent. The intent was to sort of be a much more straightforward story. But then as I started to fall in love with the characters, I thought, well, let's just see what this person's going through, and that dictated the structure.
Do I know you, son?
No, but I mean, this is not a place for a priest, Father. You shouldn't be here.
We might need to work on your sales pitch, son. The Royale, no place for a priest.
Each character seems to have a dual identity. Was that also something you set out to do in the writing, or did that come naturally as well?
Duality is very much a theme of Bad Times, and it sort of came about organically. I don't remember which came first. Certainly when you have the line running through the center of the hotel, that gave you an image system, right? But I think the character duality was there before I even had the location duality. There's something about characters who are not who they appear that is very attractive to me. And so once we sort of had that, it sort of built the movie around it.
Miles, is it? If this is not a place for a priest, Miles, then this is exactly where the Lord wants me.
Do you have any advice for writers who are writing a screenplay with multiple protagonists? In this case, I would say you had 7.
Yeah, I mean, I think the trick with multiple protagonists is to have empathy for all of them. Like, don't allow this person's the good guy and this person's the bad guy. Don't think that way, because that'll get you into trouble. Make real efforts to treat every one of them as though they are the protagonist, and that will lead you to interesting places.